Uvluluadak. Okay. The first story, since it's getting close to whaling time, is going to be how whaling got started. A long, long time ago, thousands of years ago, the people were settled and they often went seal hunting, uruk hunting, but they never went whaling because they thought, geez, they're so huge. So, so this is a story as to how it got started. It was a really nice, fine day. It was maybe getting to be in the fall. It was in the summer. The ice had blown away, and there was open water, and there was a tuluak, a raven, who was flying around, and he was sort of bored. So he flew around and then looked towards the ocean and and started thinking, I wonder how far I can go, and just fly towards the ocean. So he flew and he flew and he flew, and then started getting sort of tired and knew that he had to rest somewhere. And so he flew a little bit longer, and there he saw a little bit, a little, there he saw a little island, Kikiktaruk. So he saw an island and decided to go land there and get some rest. So he landed there, and it was a little rocky. It was a little rocky, and soon realized it was swimming, and right then when he realized it was swimming, that whale, it was a whale that he had landed to. He just dove down, and the raven dove down with him, and he came up, and then somehow the raven fell off, and the whale opened its mouth and swallowed it. It went into his stomach, and there he realized, man, the stomach, it looks just like a sod house. It looks just like a home. And but all around the home, he could see krill all around the base of the stomach, and then and this looked like a regular home. And there was a lamp there. A lamp was lit, and he was just going to inspect it when a lady popped in and said, oh my goodness, who are you? And she was so shocked to see him. And he said his name was Tuluak, and so, and he got eaten by the whale. So he said, well, here I am. And so she said, well, I guess there's nothing else we can do. You can live here. There's plenty to eat. You can see the little krill all around. There's plenty to eat. So, um, but one thing you must not do, you must not touch that lamp. And that's the only thing that you must not do. So he agreed, and she was always busy cleaning, 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 all everywhere. And every half hour or so, 20 minutes, half hour, she would leave, and she would just disappear and then come back in and start cleaning up all the time. And so he was wondering where she kept going. And but every so often he would look back at that lamp and started wondering, I wonder what would happen if I touched that lamp. And so the next day he got a little close and thought about touching it, but decided, no, I better not. And so he lived there for a while, and then another day he got a little bit closer, almost touched it, but decided, no, he better not. And then the third day, he looked at it, got a little closer again, and he was going to touch it just a little tiny bit. And all of a sudden, there was blood gushing out, blood everywhere, and the whale was going up and down, and it dive in some more and come up and dive in, so, and after a while it started slowing down, and then it just completely stopped. And so it was floating, and he could feel it floating, and all of a sudden it just hit something. It hit something, and it stopped. So he decided he swam in this blood, and he was swimming, trying to get out, and was trying to get out of the stomach and through the windpipes, and finally got to the mouth part, and was struggling for so long. And then finally, when he was about ready to give up, his beak came out and was just enough to take a good breath. And he just rested there and just kept taking breaths out of his beak. And after he got his strength back a little bit, he started struggling and trying to get out. And finally, he was part ways out and was able to move a little bit better and better each time getting out. And so finally, when he did get completely out, he went to the ocean and washed himself, and he took some water and went like this to his beak, and he was going to wash his face first of all, and his beak came out. And then he was going to wash himself, and his feathers started coming out, and he became a man. And so um, as he was washing and looking around, he saw little heads peeking out and then ducking down, and in the towards land there were some people that he saw. And so as a raven, he knew those were people, and so he wanted them to know that he didn't mean any harm. So he um, went like this to ask, to tell them to come on down. And so slowly, few of them got up, um, and a few of them came down, and more people started coming down, and they said, uh, "Where did you come from?" He said, "This whale, this Ahavik, swallowed me, um, and and I was a raven. My name is Tuluak. I was a raven, and when I washed up, my feathers came off, my beak came off, and so I became a man." And so um, so they said, "Well, we've gone seal hunting, uruk hunting, we've gone walrus hunting even, but we've never gone to go hunt these whales." And so we often wondered how they tasted. And he said, "Yeah, help yourself." And they took out a piece of a block with their knives, and women set out to cook it, and oh man, they really liked it, and that they really liked that unalik, and so they said, "We're definitely going to have to start whaling." So these people started whaling, and Tuluak became their captain, and that's when whaling started, all those many thousands of years ago. And so to this day, we still whale. So, yeah. And you know what? And I forgot. Okay, I forgot this about the whale. You know that lamp that he touched? That was the heart of the whale. So when he touched the heart, he wounded it, and then that woman that kept going in and out, that was the soul of the whale, the soul. And she knew just when to go out, which meant that the whale came up to breathe. So that's why she kept, every so often, she would allow the whale to come up and breathe. And so that part I almost forgot. Yeah. And that's it.